But this whole saga's about a lot more than just one college campus somewhere doing something absurd. It's a reminder of why it's so important to stand up for the rights and freedoms of the people that you disagree with. Because if you don't, they'll end up coming for you next. Guys, I think I believe in karma now, because perhaps the most karmic thing I've seen in a long time just happened on one university's campus, where a campus pride club just got a deeply ironic lesson in free speech. Let's get into it. Now, let's get into the details of what went down. It all happened at Whitworth University when the campus Turning Point USA chapter invited a Chinese dissident named Z Van Fleet to speak on campus about her personal experience and the horrors of the Chinese Communist Party. You'd think that this wouldn't really be offensive to hear a survivor of Chinese communism speak out against the evils of the most deadly ideology of all time.
Iraq.
Wrong.
That is.
But because Van Fleet has criticized wokeness and many modern social progressive movements, the students were not happy. The student government actually voted to deny the Turning Point USA's request to have her speak and forbid her from speaking on campus. This got them in trouble with the nonpartisan Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, FIRE, because while Whitworth is a private university, it has explicitly promised to protect its students' free speech and free expression. Clearly, it didn't do so when it barred Van Fleet from speaking, and you'd think students would have spoken out against that, but many of them actually supported the censorship.
People, calm down.
Including the campus's Pride Club, its LGBT organization, which put out a lengthy and rather histrionic Instagram post about how harmful this speaker was. They thanked the student government people who refused to give a platform to someone who might make it feel unsafe or unwelcoming to our BIPOC and LGBTQIA2S+ community.
What the hell does that mean?
The Pride Club promised to stand against negative rhetoric and promise students that they are loved. This kind of student support for censorship is sadly common, so it's not particularly surprising these days, but it's still pretty cringe and depressing. But what is surprising is just how quickly their support for censorship came around and bit them in the ass. You see, just days later, this same Pride Club had their event canceled by the university.
Well. How the turntables...
They had wanted to hold a queer church event that they intended to be a celebration of LGBTQIA2+ resiliency and love, and it was supposed to have food trucks, gender-affirming resources, an open mic, and a drag workshop. That last part seems to be what got them in trouble.
Aw, Schnizzle, you guys are in trouble!
University canceled the event, forced them to delete their Instagram post promoting it, and said that the event was not in accordance with university values. Now, of course, they're screaming bloody murder and whining about the censorship they're experiencing at the hands of the university. But how can they credibly claim that their free speech is being violated and that they should have the right to host their speakers and have their events just days after defending the censorship of another student group?
This isn't awkward at all. Not one bit.
As FIRE notes, the Pride Club's disapproval of TPUSA's free expression just days before being censored themselves under similar circumstances shows why students need not support certain speech while still vigorously defending the right to say it. Instead, when you call for censorship of certain views, censors will eventually suppress your views too. This is absolutely right, and you have to support other people having the rights that you want for yourself. If you don't, you deserve the fate you end up with. That said, it's still wrong for the university not to allow both events to occur. It promises to protect students' free speech and have their campus be a place for open debate, but then it goes arbitrarily banning campus groups from having speakers or hosting events because they disapprove of the message. That's not how free speech works. Censoring students twice in the space of like a week is a terrible look for Whitworth University. And parents, in my opinion, should think twice before spending thousands of dollars to send their kid to a university that doesn't even respect their basic human rights. But this whole saga's about a lot more than just one college campus somewhere doing something absurd. It's a reminder of why it's so important to stand up for the rights and freedoms of the people that you disagree with. Because if you don't, they'll end up coming for you next. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think of this campus's decision to censor the queer club in the comments below. Is turnabout fair play, or should both groups be allowed to speak? Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, yada yada yada, and I will see you all in my next video.